Hello and welcome back to the Cozy Club. My name's Cozy Gamer, and today we are going to talk about one of the most requested subjects within Disney Sorcerer's Arena. We're going to go over the complete master guide for abilities in Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Now, if you're a global launch player like myself, you know the hurt and the pain and the scarcity of ability mats within DSA. Metaphorically, if all of your characters were in a desert and they were all thirsty, there's only 1 to 2 water fountains and everybody needs a drink. It's super important that you make sure that you use these resources very carefully and know exactly what moves to do, because right now, currently in the game, we don't have access to a lot of ability mats. In addition to covering everything about abilities and ability mats, we're also going to go over some of the best characters in the game and which abilities you should upgrade first or later, and talk about the overall priority with their abilities. With more and more of you amazing people joining the Cozy Club, it was time to make an amazing resource for you guys to all get together and we can all talk as one club. I decided to make a Discord called the Cozy Club, which you can find in the description below. Feel free to join that if you want a comfortable, fun, relaxed atmosphere where we're going to talk about Disney Sorcerer's Arena, Disney, and just have fun with the game. If you were looking for my graphics or behind the scenes content or the latest updates on my videos, you can join this Discord today and join our community. Lastly, we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you're coming to each video and enjoying this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button below and let's get to 1,000 guys and get this amazing accomplishment. Once we've hit 1,000, we're gonna have an amazing giveaway, and all you need to do to participate is be subbed to the channel. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started. If you want to skip ahead on this video, you can see the bottom of the video is a timeline, and you can go to the section of the video that you would like. Now let's start off with some ability basics. Now currently there are 3 ability mats within this game: Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. These abilities can be found in challenges, packs, Club Conquest, and lastly in the new event Intergalactic Rumble. You can also earn a few by just going through the campaign, and once you get to the treasure chest inside, they have a few ability mats in there as well. Now currently, us global launch players desperately need a new way to get these ability mats. There's simply not enough ability mats out there for the amount of characters available. Now, nothing against the beta players at all, but in order for us to catch up even remotely, we're gonna need access to a lot more of these ability mats. Right now, currently, we're stuck too much with a choice and being so careful with every single ability that we upgrade. For instance, I upgraded Elastigirl's lead, and that took just about everything that I had. Now, generally speaking, when you upgrade your first ability, it should only take alpha mats, but once you move down the ability list, it's going to do a combination of the 3 of them. Alpha and beta materials are somewhat less scarce, and gamma right now currently are really hard to get. Now that really does it as far as the ability mats go within this game. If you want to see exactly what mats characters need, you can go to my Discord, and we're going to be creating more and more graphics, and you can see quickly how many ability mats you need to bring moves to the next level. Let's go to what you guys really came here for, and that's going to be looking at the priority of abilities for some of the best characters within DSA. Now, the top tip that I can possibly give is be careful and do not use your ability mats just on everybody. Make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck and you're following this guide, because this is going to help you exactly what abilities you should level up first. Now, a good practice is to upgrade your top 5 characters that you're using in Arena right now in live PvP. And I'd also say you can upgrade the abilities on some of the tower characters that help you get through that, like Dr. Facilier and Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, if an ability mat upgrade adds a debuff or something great like that, go ahead and upgrade it, because that's probably a good use of it. But I would generally follow this guide. Quick thank you to my fellow guildmate Danny. Thank you so much for making these graphics and putting them together. It's a really easy visual guide to see exactly how many mats you need to use for the upgrades and the priority in which you should do it. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. On the left side, you have 1 through 7. In the middle, you're going to have the pictures of the abilities. And on the right side, you're going to have how many ability mats you need to upgrade that ability. Let's start off with the best character in the game, and that's Shan Yu. Now, Shan Yu's abilities, you want to focus on just getting him to keep hitting harder. His basic is so strong, that's the first thing you're going to want to upgrade with Shan Yu. Which usually, conventionally, you upgrade the abilities on characters in your mind first, because those are some of the more fun or better looking animations, but you want to upgrade the basic first on Shan Yu. Then you're going to want to move on to Now It's Your Turn, which is his big finishing move, and get even more damage stacking on that, followed by the Hawk, and then finish those passives up. Now, kits are so important in this game, and you want to understand each character's kit. Now, when you look at Mordu, the best tank in the game, you want to upgrade the abilities that are going to highlight his kit. Now, Mordu, once he gets hit hard enough, he's going to gain counterattack and start counterattacking with his basic ability. So you're going to want to upgrade Wild Swipe first because he's going to be using that the most often. Next, let's enhance his basic even more by upgrading his passive, which is going to add offense up duration up for his enrage cycle that's going to happen. After that, let's focus on the stun and the taunt. Those are great abilities to upgrade as well. Now moving on to one of the better offensive characters, and if you haven't seen the video guide yet, we have an in-depth video guide to Zerg right here where I talk about his abilities breakdown. But let's go over it one more time and review this very quickly. With Zerg, it's pretty simple. He's got his Rapid Ion Blaster, and that's going to easily be his best move and one of the best moves in the game. You want to upgrade that first, followed by Zerg Vision, and you want to finish off with his basic, and then if you have time and you have mats, come back and get his passives done. If you hopped on my Twitch this week, you saw that we 7-star Zerg, and we got to play test and try him out with different teams, and man, all of these abilities are so worth it. If you want to follow me on Twitch, there's also a link down below. All right, now moving on to the Lord of the Underworld himself, Hades. Now, Hades is one of the better offensive characters in this game, and just like Mordu, he gets enraged at lower health that he goes. So we want, again, to highlight that. So starting off, we're going to go ahead and upgrade his passive first. Now, you might not access the passive right away, but if you get his tiers up enough, you can access this passive and you want to upgrade that first. And with his passive, he's going to be able to get 30% more turn meter. So this is important to keep on dishing out big damage. Why I recommend going after this first is the other abilities won't matter as much because people will target Hades fast. So you want to make sure you get this passive done first so that he can use his other abilities. All right, then you want to move on to Combust and then Fireball to get these abilities to start working with each other. And then you want to finish off with Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth is a great move, but it depends what the ability upgrade does. And I just think getting his passive, basic, and then moving on to his other abilities is most important first. My man Dash. Now listen up, Dash is one of the most important people to get his abilities right. So if you're not paying attention, make sure you listen here because these are the important abilities to get Dash up first. We also talked about him in my Incredibles in-depth guide, which you can find here. But pretty much you're going to want to focus on these abilities. You want to start by upgrading his passive first and really get that speed meter rolling on Dash. Dash is obviously all about speed. Then go ahead and get his level 2 upgrades on Dash and Heads Up. And then finally, you want to focus on the dash, finish that off so you can get the most damage possibly done. All right, now we're going to move on to the dirty street rat, and that's Aladdin. Now, I feel like every single time I use Aladdin, he just invades. And his entire kit, in fact, is based around invades, slows, and working off stuns a little bit. The first thing you want to upgrade with him is his one jump ahead, get more invades to help Aladdin not get hit as often, and he becomes an incredibly hard character to take down. Then after that, you want to go ahead and get that magic carpet buffed up all the way, and then move on to the basics, come back to one jump ahead, and then again, just like Zerg, if you have time, get that passive done. It's not a huge difference. All right, now for the big bad wolf, he's a little bit unconventional, just like Shan Yu, and we're gonna just focus on getting his basic up first. The reason his basic is so good is first, he's a big offensive character, and when characters are below a certain amount of health, Big Bad Wolf can hit a guaranteed crit with this basic move. Then move on to his big puff attack that does huge damage, go back to the basic, finish up the puff attack, and then get his wolf in sheep-like clothing self-healing move upgraded out. BBW actually has a decent passive, so you can throw that on him whenever you feel most fit. All right, now for the Disney character that started it all, Sorcerer Mickey. Let's go ahead and see what we should upgrade on him. Now listen up, global players, because I think you should hear this. Mickey gets a lot of hate. Mickey at low tiers is not a great character, okay? But if you get him up to T7, T6, even T5 with some gear equipped, he quickly becomes one of the best characters in the game by far. Now, Swirlpool is his standout move, and you're going to be opening up most of the battles with this move. So you're going to want to upgrade that one first, and then after Swirlpool, move on to the Broomsticks from Fantasia. Now, right now, the Broomsticks from Mickey is a great counter to Dash, and I know that we are all running into a lot of dashes right now. I use Dash myself. If you want me to put up a counter guide, go ahead and comment below, and I can work on doing some counter video guides for you guys. But as of now, you want to focus on getting Swirlpool done, then the Broomsticks, then focus up on finishing those abilities, move on to his basic and his passive. Officer Hops, calling Officer Hops. Next up is Judy Hops. Now, Judy Hopps is an amazing character, and I wish that she had a little bit more synergy because that's the only thing she's really lacking for being one of the better characters in this game. Now, let's go ahead and focus on her kit and get her a lot faster, and you're going to start that with paying your dues. And after that, you want to go ahead and get that big donut attack finished up, and then go back over to paying your dues, finish that off, followed by basics. Now, if you've been with us at the Cozy Club for a while now, you know that I'm a huge fan and advocate of Jack Sparrow. I think that really right after Shan Yu, you should focus on Captain Jack Sparrow very early on in gameplay. He's used in so many different game modes, and I'm all about investing in a character early that you'll use over and over, and Captain Jack fits that mold, and he helps you get through tower pretty quickly. Now let's make him best as possible, and we're gonna go ahead and get Parlay leveled up. Now Parlay does take a lot of runes. In fact, it takes Gamma Runes that are very scarce. Now if you upgrade Parlay, you have the chance to use the best crowd control in the game twice on your opponents. Now after that, you want to get his basic up. He has a great basic move, and then follow that up with his big AoE hit. That's going to do more damage the more gear tiers he goes up. Once he gets up to about gear 6, he does some massive damage with that AoE. All right, we got 2 left. Let's finish up with Bob or Mr. Incredible. Now again, if you want a more complex guide on Mr. Incredible, you can check my Incredibles guide out. Now, Mr. Incredible is a lot like Mordu. He's going to be counterattacking a lot. So we want to get his basic up, which puts offense down on the opponent. And that has a 30% chance, I believe, to go every time that you use this attack or counter attack. Then you want to focus on getting up his specials, as each one does a major upgrade as soon as you unlock it. Then lastly, upgrade those, finish them up, move on to the passive and the leader. Just ignore it, guys. You're never going to use Mr. Incredible's lead, or if you're smart, you wouldn't use it. Woo! Are we done? All right, we've got one more, and that's going to be Scar, the king of the jungle, or the rightful king of the jungle. If you can't tell, I'm a huge Scar fan. His kit is built around stealth. So you want to go ahead and get his hyena's ability up quickly. He's going to get stealth. And then I would call Scar the king of basics. Now he does a lot of assists, and he can keep on helping out your team by putting out basics. But on top of that, if you upgrade the basic second, which I'm recommending, he can do continuous damage, which adds up quickly over time. Then go ahead and get his cool animation move with the dust ball out of the way. And then finally move on to the rest of his abilities. And all right, that's all of them. That's the characters that we're going to go over. And if you want to see more of these, you can go ahead again, join the Discord. You can find the graphics. We're going to keep on putting them both there and the Disney Discord. Again, thank you to Danny. And again, if you enjoyed this guide, guys, subscribe below. Go ahead and comment what character you're focusing your abilities on, and let's go ahead and get the conversation going. I'll see you next time right here at the Cozy Club. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that bell if you want to make sure you're the first to see my video guides when they come out. We've got another one coming for you later this weekend, and then we've got several coming next week, which I'm excited about. Make sure you stick around to hear some awesome music and look at some other videos that I've put out.